The whispers in room 217. They say room 217 at the old Glenmire Inn hasn't been rented out in over a decade, not since the last guest was found curled up in the corner, eyes wide open, whispering nonsense into the day he died. But you, curious, bold, maybe just a little reckless, booked it. Not by name, you just asked for the haunted room. And the old clerk gave you the tired look before sliding over the heavy key brass. It was never the blood that scared them, he said quietly, almost as if to himself. It was the whispers. You laughed it off. The room was dated but cozy, its floral wallpaper curling slightly at the corners. The bed was freshly made, the window open to the crisp night air. You left the light on as you unpacked, only half expecting something to happen. At first it was just a soft rustling, like someone moving around in the hallway. Then came the whispering. It wasn't English, or maybe it was broken, fragmented, words stretched out like they didn't belong in a human mouth. It sounded close, too close. You opened the door, nothing. You lay in bed, covers pulled to your chin, light still on. The whispering came back. This time it was in the room. The sound was right behind you, right by your ear. You turned so fast your neck cracked, but no one was there, only the heavy silence and the faint creaking of the floorboards. You tried to laugh it off again, but your throat was dry. Then the bed dipped beside you, slowly. You froze. It felt like something was sitting there, no leaning in. You couldn't move, you couldn't breathe. You heard it clearly this time, right at your ear, a voice like sand scraping over glass. You leapt from the bed, ran for the door, locked, not jammed, locked from the inside. You turned, heart hammering, and saw something that would haunt you forever. A mirror, and in it your reflection, only it wasn't you. It looked like you, but it was smiling, and it didn't blink. Its eyes were too black, too wide. You turned away, but your reflection didn't. It watched you, then it whispered again, "I'm staying. You can leave now." And when you looked down, you weren't casting a shadow anymore, but the thing in the mirror was. You stumbled back from the mirror, heart pounding, hands trembling. The reflection was still there, still you, but smiling with a mouth too wide, eyes too empty. It tilted its head as if amused, and then it stepped out. No cracking glass, no flash of light. One moment it was inside, the next it stood right in front of you, barefoot, wearing your clothes, watching you with your own face. You tried to scream, but your voice cut in your throat like something was holding it down. The doppelganger leaned in, close enough for you to smell it, like damp earth and old rotted wood. "I said you can leave!" It reached behind you and opened the door. Just like that, no more locks. The hallway was quiet, dark, empty, but the thing didn't move. It stepped aside, gesturing towards the exit. "You get one chance," it whispered. That was enough. The lights flickered, the door slammed shut. You were alone again, but now, when you looked in the mirror, your reflection was back. Only you weren't smiling anymore. And it was. You backed away, your reflection following your every move, half a second too late, like it was learning how to be you. Then it stopped, raised its hand, pressed it to the glass. You didn't, you couldn't. And in that moment, you realized the truth. You never made it out. Whatever left that room looked like you, talked like you, even lived your life. But it wasn't you. And now you're trapped in the mirror, in room 217. And you can still whisper. Oh yes, you can whisper. And the next time someone curious checks in, you'll be the one calling them closer. They finally boarded up room 217 after guests started waking up to find scratches inside their mirrors. Tiny words etched backwards into the glass, like fingernail carvings. "Let me out." But they didn't let you out. The inn was condemned of too many disappearances, too much noise. Locals said the building moaned at night like it was alive. A demolition crew came, big, loud, careless. They laughed off the stories. Only one man made it out, the youngest. He'd been working the upper floors when he heard a voice from the vent in the hallway, hissing and sobbing all at once. "He's not real. He took my skin." The others, gone, no bodies, just their hard hats lined up neatly outside room 217, like someone set the table for a meal and no one ever finished. The building was left to rot, but room 217 never decayed. It stayed clean, crisp, ready, like it wanted someone to come back. And eventually someone did. Her name was Leela, paranormal investigator, live streamer. She thought it was a joke, a gimmick. She laughed, walking through the dust-choked halls, camera in hand, narrating for the chat. This is where the mirror goes, supposedly. The mirror didn't wait this time. It shattered, but only from the inside. The glass didn't fall outwards. It fell in, sucked into itself like the room was swallowing it whole. The camera feed went black. The chat exploded, static. 3 days later, they found Leela's phone outside the front door, still recording, still streaming. It showed her face, except she wasn't holding the camera, and she wasn't blinking. At the end of the video, just before it cut out, the lens tilted just enough to see behind her, reflected in a broken window, mouth sewn shut, eyes torn out, trapped inside the reflection, pounding slightly on the glass, and behind her dozens of others, you included, watching, waiting, whispering. Now sometimes when someone walks by a mirror at night, they freeze, because the reflection is just a second too slow. And if they listen carefully, they'll hear it faint and He's still